for 30 more minutes.
Where am I? Is this heaven?
No, it isn't heaven.
Is it hell?
This is the Sports Source.
I say 30 more minutes feels like heaven. That's me. This segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Now is the time to fend off the fall invaders, and Southeast Termite does that at my home every year. But you can also give a last-second call to them about mosquitoes. They can give you a treatment right now. You got mosquitoes carrying West Nile virus and this new triple E thing that I was reading about. They can do one last treatment and get you through the fall when all those guys will die due to the cold weather. Give Southeast Termite and Pest Control a call. We appreciate you supporting them, and I appreciate them bringing you the show every week. Good folks. All right, guys, what do you do at the UT quarterback position? Pruitt has been splitting reps this week between his quarterbacks. Rumors, too, that Juwan Jennings is getting a few snaps in there. They had him doing the Wildcat in the preseason. But I'll start this, and before we answer up what do you do at quarterback, David, I said he's splitting reps. Has he already split the locker room? Because you wrote on The Athletic this week that there are some, a lot of people think, well, this team's tired of Garantano, they want the new guy. Not everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately you have a lot of guys in the locker room, mostly upperclassmen, who basically feel like benching a fourth-year junior for, regardless of what has happened. For a true freshman, disrespect was the word that kept coming up when I talked to folks. And, you can't blame him, but ultimately Garantano hasn't gotten it done this year, and Pruitt is in a situation where he's got to figure something out, and I think they figured that status quo was not going to get it done. And also, I said it, as soon as that second half started, if you'd have told me that Tennessee in the second half would have only gotten 88 yards and 0 points, and it felt pretty good about that because that's what they did in the first half. And to think that Maurer couldn't do that, is different. So he led them to the only scoring drive of the entire game.
All right, as we move into this question, then I don't want to rehash last week, but I still wonder. He said he was doing it. Pruitt said they pulled him just so they could get Garantano to settle down, and then he said to take the bull by the horn. So I think by settle down he means go in there and take control of this thing, like Nixon shoving Ron Ziegler. Get in there and do something. But the trick is, if he's looking at it saying maybe Maurer gives us a spark, that's different to me. If you're trying to settle down Garantano, I didn't like the move, and if you're going to make the move, stick with the move. I didn't think it makes sense to tell us for 3 weeks we don't have another quarterback ready, then you make a move at Florida, and then you pull him, and after the game you say, well, he had a touchdown over here, but he threw a near pick. I don't get it. So if it's me and you've already yanked Garantano, just stay with the kids. That's what I would do at this point. Where are you guys?
Is he wanting Garantano to grab the bull by the horns by splitting reps at practice now? I mean, that seems like, okay, you're ready to go a different direction. I think what he does now is you probably got to have Maurer ready to go if you got situations against Georgia and Mississippi State and Alabama. I don't think you start him because I think, okay, you want to crush another quarterback's confidence, get him killed.
But isn't it going to happen if you put him in anyway?
Well, I mean, but I mean, it's not going to be 3 hours of getting crushed and killed. It's just going to be very
a couple
limited.
Series of getting crushed and killed.
Just his soul. Just soul crushing would be the main focus. I would start Jarrett Garantano, but I would also have Brian Maurer ready to go, and I would have him more involved. I would try everything to try to get the offense going, and that means a few snaps with Juwan Jennings at quarterback running something. I mean, they practice that. That's not necessarily new. But
Bob with a visceral reaction there.
I
mean, hate the Wildcat.
A gimmick's going to get you what?
But
it doesn't even have to just be.
What has the offense gotten at this point? Right. And that's not new, though. That's my point. Is just because it was shown to the media for a very limited amount of time. They were working on it in the spring, working on it in the fall, and they ran it in a game earlier this year. I would try everything, but the offense overall has been more successful with Garantano than with Maurer. And right now, you're still trying to win games. You still only have 3 losses. If you want those to pile up, screw up the quarterback position.
I don't know if you take your best receiver, out of the game, put him at quarterback.
Well, maybe you got a better chance of getting him the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still hoping they use these 2 weeks to try and get to the source of the problem. I mean, is it terminology? and all of the changes with
Or
Jarrett?
has he taken too many hits and he's
And
just
has he-
beaten down?
is
which
it
happens to
mental? Is it
quarterbacks.
physical? I mean, try and get to the source of it. Does he have too many voices in his head? I mean, with Winky talking to him, with Chaney talking. I mean, who knows? But if you cannot get more production out of that position, it's not disrespect. You're trying to give your team the best chance to win. You owe it to the other players to give your whoever that is.
But what David's saying is some of the other players are saying, no, we want him. So the idea that you owe it to the players.
No, you
well,
don't.
some of the
You-
players say
No,
you owe it to us to play the older guy.
I think it's a floor and ceiling conversation. Garantano obviously has a higher ceiling than Brian Maurer. If he's up here,
He's just not hitting it.
And Garantano's floor is probably here, and he looks like he's playing about here. And you have Brian Maurer, maybe his ceiling is like here, and maybe he's playing like here, and his floor is way down here, but he's up here. And you got 3 more years of Maurer on the back end of this. At some point, if Garantano doesn't get up here and Maurer stays up here, you have to make a switch.
You have to make, but
You
here's one
have
thing.
to.
If Georgia uses the same approach defensively they used against Notre Dame, which to crowd the line of scrimmage, at some point I think Tennessee needs to call a play and run it. Call a play and just run it. Say, we're going to do this. We're not going to go up here with all these checks. We're going to call something and we're going to run it and see how that works.
The question is, how patient can you be? How long do you wait? That's
All
the
right,
question.
and
so
everything has to
Garantano, you guys all say start Garantano against Georgia.
I think you have
Yeah.
to.
You have
Does
to.
Maurer play against Georgia?
Yes.
One, depending how things go,
See, I
most
just don't-
likely.
I think
We'll see. Maybe that works
I mean,
for
they could
Garantano.
lose
To
by
me,
40 points, so you could see all 3 quarterbacks in this game.
yeah, I don't see how that benefits Garantano. And I get the idea that he's not. You have a better chance of not losing 10 games with him than you do if you go to the young guys. I get it, but that's why I wouldn't have put Maurer in at Florida. I
Exactly.
wouldn't have benched Garantano at Florida. If that's your
yeah.
problem, then how do you bench him? If the issue is, well, we can't play without him, but let's play without him. Now, here's the can. There are the worms. They're out.
The reality is they're all bad options. You just need Garantano to be better.
Exactly.
That's what
I
it
said.
is.
That's
It's
what I
all-
said last. That's what I said
They're
last
all
week.
bad options.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not just at quarterback. You need him to be better. You
Yeah.
need a lot of guys on that
Well,
team
you
to
got
be
to
better
eliminate
across the
penalties.
field.
You got to eliminate turnovers. It's everything within
Yeah.
the offense still.
You can't make no mistakes, boys.
All right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, go ahead. Now let loose. All right. People are already talking about a coaching change. Is that the right move? But what happens if the Vols go 0 for October and they're 1-7 going into UAB? I'll ask these guys their take on that horrible nightmare situation that isn't beyond the realm of possibility. Come on back.